What's up, amigos? It's the Prodigy Maker Minute with Chris Lewitt. As you may know, I'm the former #1 for Cornell University, pro circuit player, elite junior development coach, and author and educator, author of The Secrets of Spanish Tennis and the Tennis Technique Bible. On this Prodigy Maker Minute, I want to talk about juniors and a big mistake that juniors make when they watch the pros on television or at tournaments, and they see the blast off, they see the power, they see the big game, they see the winners, they see the aces, they see the incredible explosiveness of the top professional players. And like every kid, they say to themselves, I want to play like that. I'm going to go out, and maybe they mimic that. They go out and they say, I'm going to hit that big forehand as hard as I can. I'm going to rip the backhand down the line. I'm going to go for those big aces. So a lot of kids watch professional tennis, and I don't blame them, because by all appearances, that's the way tennis should be played. You should play like the pros. And that is true, but that has to come after many years of learning how to be solid. So what the kids don't realize, and even adults who are watching professional players don't realize sometimes, that I'm sure some parents and coaches may not be aware of this, but many of those players who are now explosive, dominant players with huge weapons, when they were kids, a lot of times their story, if you ask them, if you interview them, a lot of times they'll tell you a story that they were smaller, that they had to grind in the 10s and the 12s, maybe even in the 14s, and then they got a growth spurt, or they worked with their coaching team on developing weapons after they learned how to grind and defend and to scramble and to basically retrieve. And that is a very, very important lesson, especially for kids, because kids want to put the cart before the horse. They want to jump past all those grinding years and go straight to the good stuff, the sexy stuff, the power, the pizzazz, the explosiveness, And our job as coaches and parents and anyone who is trying to influence a young child's tennis development, we have to explain to those kids that everything has its time and its moment. And when you're young, you typically should learn to be solid. You should learn to develop a good base of consistency, move well. I did a podcast a while back, you can check it out, where I said, young kids should learn to run and not gun. It's kind of like a little rhyme that I made up. You may not be impressed, but I thought it was kind of funny. Young kids want a gun. They want to learn how to gun their shots, but they really should learn how to run. Run well, defend well, grind, retrieve, get a lot of balls back in play. There's no shame in that. In fact, it's quite honorable to learn that, noble to learn that. And then the magic is, once you have all of those skills, you can add to that game by developing the weapons, the big serve, the big forehand, the big back, whatever you want to develop as weapons on top of that. And then you have options when you play as you get older. As an older player, you're more versatile. You can grind, you can defend, and then of course you can attack with those weapons. But for me, that's really the best way to develop a junior as a pathway. And you got to teach kids that what they see on TV is a little bit of an illusion. You can't just jump from where you are now to the way a pro's hitting in terms of power and weapons, a fully grown adult pro. You have to go in stages and realize that those big, strong professional athletes that you see on TV, they were little ones and they were grinding from the back. They might have even been moonballers, and that actually developed some valuable strategies and character traits in them when they were young. And I certainly want my students to develop those kinds of those aspects in their game too, before they start ripping everything for winners. Of course, that's going to come later. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this Prodigy Maker Minute. Try to teach your kids well. They got to be steady, patient, under control before they can unleash the fury. If you like this show, check out my big show, Prodigy Maker Show. It's available on all your favorite podcasting platforms and on this YouTube channel. I'll see you guys on the next program.